Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome in. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Sorry I am later than I expected. It's been a wild last couple days. Jarrell, thank you so much for the dollar super chat. Oh my gosh, we haven't even started. Thank you so much. I guess I should have actually set up my tarot so that people know how it works. But basically how it's going to work is I will read tarot. I prioritize people that are subs, people that are members. This is going to be a bit of a shorter stream because I need to be off by 10 because I got to film something. I got to film a collab. So basically how we're going to do it is I'm going to go as long as I can. I might do a part 2 for this one just because I feel bad that it's shorter and that I wanted to do it yesterday, but I didn't get to it, unfortunately, because I had to deal with some medical stuff, which is fine. I'm fine. It's all good. But yeah, so just trying to figure out what the best method is, I guess. Okay, I'm going to update that. So I'll put the tarot timer on so that you guys know how it works. That's on. Do I have a tarot command? I forget. That was the one thing I didn't set up. Tarot. Okay, that's set up. I gotta set it up on the YouTube side. Guess I could also probably add a pinned comment because I feel like we do get a lot of people that come in that are asking about the tarot readings, and so I just want to make sure it's super clear how it all works. And then I'll maybe also put like a short list on the screen for like who's coming up next so that you guys have time to think about your questions. Hold on a second. I'll put the timer on the YouTube side. And now should be good to go. Sweet. Okay. All right. How's everyone doing? Welcome in. Hey, Darth Nick. Thank you so much for the dollar super chat. I appreciate you. So I have so much chat happening already. Hello. Jarrell, how's it going? Chemdog, how's it going? Cherry, how's it going? Okay, so I'm gonna make a little list for us, and I will also, I guess I'll add my pinned comments first so we know how that's working, and then should be good to go otherwise. While I have this look on, I can't, actually I guess I could do it this way. Why don't I do it this way? I need to charge my case. Put one earbud in. Maybe on the other side. I'm gonna need my earbuds after, so I'm like, I don't want to have them die, but also I could put one in and like kind of alternate them. Okay, let's start with, let me put the pinned comments and then I'll respond to chat and then I'll make my list as I go through catching up with chat. So All right, let me pin that. Okay, and then we'll do one on the YouTube side. Okay. Oh my goodness, chat is going. Okay. All right, let me catch up with you, chat. Now I have everything set. Haha, success. All right. I want to close. How do I get rid of these? Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. Hello. All right, let me catch up with chat and then we'll get started on some of this. Cherry, hello. How's it going? Chemdog, hello. You would like one, Cherry? All right. Well, you are subscribed, so I will add you to the list. Our first request for a tarot reading. Sounds good. Sounds good. You're at the top of the list. And Chemdog says bow ties are cool. I think these are technically called uniform or school ribbons, but they do look like bow ties, and bow ties are cool, 100%. You already have a question in mind. Perfect, Cherry. Perfect. Jarrell, hello. And Vamp, little tarot stream. Cool. I got a few questions myself. Could use a bit of spiritual guidance. I will add you to the list, Jarrell, as you are a member on YouTube. So you also qualify to be near the tippy top. If people also want one that aren't subbed or aren't members, if you're not a subscriber on Twitch or a member on YouTube, I can still add you to the list. I don't think I'll get to anyone today that is part of that list, but I might. So just let me know and I can still add you on. I don't know if I had a list from previous times. I think I got rid of that list. So I don't know. I have a few things written down here, but I'm not sure what my notes mean. So yeah. I love this wig. I can't stop playing with it. Chemdog, how are you doing over on the Twitch side as well? Jarrell, thank you so much for the $1 super chats. I'll make a little note of that. Hello, homie. How's it going? Jagron, hello. Josh, hello. Darth Nick, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. What's up? Well, we're just going to be doing some tarot, and I'm also cosplaying as Momo from Dandadan. Hello, Rapala. How are you doing? Welcome in. Chemdog, congrats on the 20 stream streak. Well, what do you know indeed? Hi, Dragon Trainer. Who am I dressed as? As it says in the title of the stream, I am Momo Ayase from Dandadan, which is an anime and manga. Although I am only watching the anime, so please no manga spoilers for my friends that are reading the manga. It's Momo time tonight. Yes, Momo is here. And this is my first time busting out this wig. I need to fix this little piece because it's supposed to go like over this way, but it doesn't want to behave. But that's fine. I'm going to restyle a little bit of this. And there's also this piece was higher up, but in shipping, I think this wig got a little smooshed. So it just needs a little love. I messaged Migetsu, who made this lovely wig. She's a shop over on Etsy. And she gave me some tips for, like, if I need to touch anything up. So I just asked her to be like, hey, just want to know for touching up the styling, like, what material should I use so I don't mess up my wig. Hey, Jamie, welcome in. How are you doing? Time Lord guy, hello. Oh, whoa. Okay, wow. There's a lot of chat going over here. Lantern Zone, hi. Hey, Ricky, you look amazing. May I have a tarot reading, please? Yes, you can. I'll add you to the list. Ricky, as a member. Chris, oh my goodness, thank you so much for the resubscribe. Thank you so much. Happy 4-year subscription anniversary. We need like a horn sound or something. That's crazy. Thank you so much for the 48 months. I will also be sending you a tarot reading, obviously on the other site, with the Eggothal Along deck that you gave me. But also let me know if you would like one and I can sign people up. Like I said, this one will be a bit shorter, but I will do my best to do as many as I can once I'm caught up on chat. Bow tie but no fez, lost opportunity. Like I said, it's technically a school ribbon. These are called school ribbons, I think. Hey, Time Lord guy. Hi, Leaf. How's it going? Thanks for being a member, by the way. Kimberly, hello. Hi, Otto. How are you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, the one thing that I'm struggling with getting ready for these streams are like the doing cosplay every stream is kind of crazy, honestly, because it takes me a while to like do my makeup and get into cosplay, and whether I'm styling my hair or I have to do a wig, it's a whole thing. But hey, we made it. Momo Ayase looks like Yukari. I don't know. What is Yukari from? I'm not familiar. Yukari. Oh, Jack, thank you so much for the Prime. Happy 9 months. Thank you, thank you. I guess they have it looks like they have a similar uniform, except that Momo's skirt is blue. And she has these little, like, leg warmers that she wears, which I really like. Maurice. Rapala, congrats on the 20 stream streak. Thank you so much for streaking. Oh, thank you so much. I will add you onto the list, Rapala. Yes, I will add you on. Matt, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Choo choo. Are we hype training?
Choo choo.
Choo choo. Thank you so much for the hype train, guys. We're on our way to a level 1 hype train. Can we get any cool emotes right now? Do I have any? Oh yeah, there's the level 3 me sweat, which looks pretty good. Jack says, I'll take a reading. I'll add you down, Jack. No worries. Thank you so much for resubscribing. Cherry, thank you so much for the highlighted message. Tomorrow you can have your coffee. That's awesome. I love that. Dick Grayson, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I appreciate you. Thank you, Dick Grayson. Oh my goodness. We're almost done this level 1 hype train. We're going to be on our way to level 2 potentially. What do we need? 400 bits or one more sub? Whoa, Jamie, thank you for the 50 biddies. That's the last of my biddies for now. Thank you for using your last bits on my stream. It means a lot. I know it's always sad when the last bits go and you're like, oh, I have to top up and it's so expensive to buy bits. But thank you so much for your 50 bits. I appreciate you, Jamie. Kimberly said, I'm here for the card reading. I can add you down, Kimberly. Just a heads up, it is a priority for YouTube channel members and people that also send $5 super chats or more, or stickers or $5 donations or gifts or more, get extra priority. But I am prioritizing people that are YouTube channel members, but I'll put you down, and if we have time, we'll get to you. This one's going to be a little bit shorter because I do need to be off by 10 o'clock, so just a heads up. Thank you, Lantern Zone. These are what Momo wears. I also have a pair that have aliens on them, which are her other earrings. These are also like, I feel like good for ASMR sounds. Thank you, John. Welcome in. Do I have an Arcana Force Tarot deck? I don't think so, Sunny. So only members on YouTube get readings. YouTube members get priority. I can add you to the list, Dragon Trainer, if you want one, but just know I might not get to you today because it is a shorter stream. Whoa, Latinum, thank you so much for the 500 biddies. Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Latinum. Oh my gosh, here we go, we're moving on up. Also, Cherry, thank you for the highlighted message. I'm glad to hear that you're doing better. And yes, I am glad to be here. I got some medication and I'm all good now. All fixed up. I knew exactly what I needed. It's like a recurring issue that I have. But I haven't had any problems with it for a while. So yeah, sucks to derail my day, but here we are. Also, Chris, once again, thank you so much for the 4-year anniversary. Sorry, I'm a bit behind in chat because there's a lot of chat going. Just want to make sure I don't miss any requests or any messages. Wise going live at 5. Hello, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're having a good day. Are you one of the lovely folks that I met last night? Feel free to let me know if you would like, but also no need to do that if you don't want. Critter Nation, welcome in. This is a Momo Ayase cosplay. So this is what Momo wears. I think it's not a bow tie. It's technically like a school ribbon, I think is what they're called in Japanese, or a uniform ribbon. But I think this is pretty accurate to hers, which is pretty floppy. But welcome on in, Critter Nation. Jamie said, I would like to be on the wait list as well, please. All right, Jamie, I will add you on. The day you do the MJ cosplay could be breezy. Could be a breezy setup at least, I think. Yeah, if I do MJ, that should be pretty easy. I just need to get ready pretty much as normal and put on my Spider-Man shirt. Do I have a pet? No, Dragon Trainer. What Halloween movie am I going to watch? Nothing today. Matt, welcome in. Chemdog says, I wouldn't know what to ask. You could look up maybe some suggestions online, Chemdog, if you're curious. Otto said, I'd like a reading, but I'm not good at taking them. Well, Otto, I'll add you to the list. No worries. I can still do a reading for you. It's not a problem at all. Atomic Sorcery, welcome in. Congrats on the 7-stream streak. I can do a karaoke stream. Once again, Otto, the copyright makes it a little challenging for me to do karaoke streams and have the VOD up because music and copyright. But yes, it would be fun to do a karaoke stream. I was supposed to go to karaoke last night, but unfortunately I had to bail. Thank you, Lumix. I love this wig. It is so cute and it's so soft. Yeah, the music copyright is always crazy. Also, Matt, thank you so much for resubscribing. Happy 22 months. That's almost 2 years. I know the nerd parties are really, really good. If Sexy Nerds ever does a party in your area, I would recommend it. It was really fun. Yeah, I mean, I just wear denim shorts usually with it, Jack, but the jeans won't be as visible on stream. So we'll see if I wear jeans or if I wear something that's a little bit more comfy if I'm sitting for a long time. I don't love to sit in my chair in jeans for 6 hours, I will say. It leaves like imprints on my legs. But I might wear my denim shorts. And I don't know, something about denim, like, I think my skin is just really sensitive, so it, like, chafes my skin. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the coffee donation. Who just donated over on coffee? Yes, Jack, I have you down on the list. Oh, for Cherry, yeah, I think that Cherry would probably still have the same problems, unfortunately, but hopefully there's some way that we could do karaoke streams in the future, because karaoke streams are awesome. Sai, welcome in. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm just going to catch up with the YouTube chat, and then I think we're good to get started. Hey, Jim, welcome in. R.L. Stine is a movie coming out called Pumpkinhead. Looks like Goosebumps. Haven't heard of it, Jim. That sounds interesting. R.L. Stine movie. Is it like adult, or is it like for like family horror, you know? Did I ever get a chance to see the movie Trilogy of Terror? I have not seen Trilogy of Terror, no, Ricky. Not yet. How am I coming along with One Piece, Samantha? I am close to 200 chapters, but I've been really busy lately, so I've been slacking on my One Piece reading. Arcana Force is a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool, Sunny. So it's a Yu-Gi-Oh tarot deck? That's really cool. What's my favorite part of Halloween? Probably dressing up. Jarrell says, it was me. Oh, thank you, Jarrell. Thank you so much for the coffee donation. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. What's my favorite Halloween movie? I don't know off the top of my head right now. Like movie with Halloween or like horror movie, I guess. Oh, it's a Tubi movie. Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, I don't really watch things on Tubi. You read that watching horror movies at night is not good? Probably if you are easily scared, yeah. That could be true. Depends on what you're watching, I think. Nuit Blanche was great, Antonio. How are you? Welcome in. I stayed up until the end of Nuit Blanche, until 7 a.m. Did not go to sleep until 8:30 in the morning, which is why I'm also here a bit later, because I did need to sleep. Will I review the new Frankenstein film? Yeah, I probably will, Time Lord Guy. Thank you so much for the hype train, by the way, guys. Choo choo. Share those emotes if you got some. There's a whole movie series called Pumpkinhead. Oh, so is R.L. Stine's based on that, or is it something else? Someone else donated on the coffee. Who did that? Jarrell, was it you? Did you donate again? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for supporting the Phoenix cosplay. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I didn't even reset my Twitch subs. How many resubs have we gotten? We got one. We got one. We got two. We got three. So I'm going to reset, but then I'll set to 3. There we go. Perfect. And if we do get to our Twitch subs goal before the end of stream, or our members goal for the daily goals, then you guys will get to help me decide what cosplay I do in tomorrow's stream, where we're going to be playing some Marvel's Midnight Suns. And as I said, no wheel spins today, but support does get you priority for tarot if you do the minimum amounts. And I actually don't think I can log into my coffee right now. I would have to figure out what I always forget, like which way I logged into it before. I think I have to do the 2 factors. So But that's okay. I appreciate the support over on coffee. Was that you again, Jarrell? Another Sal, yes, Red. Every day this month, I'm trying to do a cosplay on my stream. Ideally different ones, but we'll see if I can keep that up. Whoa, you binge 900 episodes in a week and a half? Wow, that is intense, Samantha. I do drink coffee, yes. You said this is a short stream. Shouldn't you end it right now? No. That would be a 26-minute stream. So, no, I'm not going to do that, Dragon Trainer. Okay, let's start off with Cherry. Cherry, what is your question? I am caught up on chat, so now we are good to start. I have so far on my list, I guess I could make a text for you guys to see who's coming up. I guess I could just put it, do we have a better... Next up, it will be Jarrell, and then Ricky. You are Veronica Lodge, says Red. Nope, I am Momo Ayase from Dandadan. As it says in the title and the video description. Although I know most people don't read video descriptions, but some people do. Some people do. So next up will be Jarrell, and then Ricky, and then Rapala, and then after that will be Jack, and then Jamie and Otto is who I have down right now. Darmarius, welcome in. And then I have Kimberly after that for our non-member, non-sub. So Kimberly, you are also on the list. Aw, thank you so much, Jarrell. I really appreciate it. It's a possibility. It was you, Jarrell. You did it. It's the longest and shortest stream I've ever done. 21 hours. Is the longest. Shortest, I have no idea. I don't know. I do sometimes like vertical lives, which are streams technically, and they're usually around 30 minutes, I guess, on YouTube exclusively. What new opportunities are emerging in my life? All right. And we have some options for decks. So let's take a gander at those. Let me take some water first. I need some water. Hey, Crystal Castle. Welcome in. Okay, these are all the decks. I might need to zoom out a little bit. All right. So, these are our decks. We'll just tilt this one because the glare is an issue. Yeah. Close that. So, Cherry, what deck would you like? Let your hand guide you to the right card, says Cherry. All right. All right. Should I put questions up on the screen? What new opportunities are emerging in my life? Okay. Let me take a look. Also, Jack, you're still the stream boss. Woo! Thank you, AJ. Welcome in. Thanks, Ricky. There is, Jarrell is still ahead of you, after I finish Cherry, but then you'll be next. So I might have to ask you to repeat that. But thank you for the question. I appreciate you having one ready to go. Okay, let's see. So Cherry wants to know what's... Actually, maybe I can make a note of that. Oh. All right. Jarrell, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Here we go. What new opportunities are emerging in Cherry's life? What new opportunities are emerging? Cherry's life. I'm feeling Agatha. This is like hardcore pulling me. I can feel it. So we'll do that deck. I don't know if we want a bit more light on the table. I don't know. I think it's just hard to see because it's like a black box on a black mat. So, but this is the Agatha All Along deck. You're the what? What, Jack? Yeah, no worries. Don't worry about the chaos, Cherry. It's all good. And the good news is everything is always saved in the VOD. So if anyone ever misses something, y'all can just go right back into the VODs to check it out. Okay. Sorry, I need to clean my mat. Gonna take everything off of it and put it in the wash, I think. I think that's what you do. With mats. How do you guys wash your computer mats for friends that have computer mats at home? Also, do we want some background music? I kind of feel like I want some background music. Something chill. Chill. Just a little bit of ambiance. Who is Momo Ayase as your character? I don't recognize the name. Momo Ayase is from Dandadan. She's one of the main characters. You ready for the reading? Cool. We're about to do a reading for Cherry, our first reading of the stream. Cherry wants to know what new opportunities are emerging in her life. What new opportunities are emerging in Cherry's life? 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 Thank you so much for the mod appreciation, Mage. Okay, our first card is the Chariot, representing your past. Our second card, representing your present, is the Sun. Sounds pretty positive. And your third card, representing your future, is, ooh, the Devil. Also in the thumbnail on my YouTube video, if my camera wants to focus. Does not want to focus on the Devil. Which, you know, is an interesting card for future. Doesn't necessarily have to be bad. And we'll take the bottom card as kind of our subject. So we got the Seven of Swords for that. Dichotic, thank you so much for being subscribed for a whole year. Thank you, thank you. Happy year-iversary. Happy anniversary for subs. How are you doing? Welcome in. Would you like a reading, Dichotic? Let me know if you'd like me to add you to the list, or if you just resubbing because you're just a darling. I appreciate you either way. Kimberly, this reading is actually for Cherry. You will be after Otto right now. So this is not your reading. This is Cherry's reading. Just FYI. Oh, that's the wrong camera. There we go. Wrong scene. Just want to see if I can like make it so that it feels, kind of feels like the camera's doing a weird thing, like it's like that kind of, but I don't know. I don't think I can like fix that. I think that's just, maybe it's not fully. Yeah, I think we just let it be as it is. Anyways, these are our cards, so let's find out what they mean. Red, what are you asking? When we will meet? What is your feeling? Sorry, what are you asking, Red? I'm not sure what you mean. These are all major arcana cards, which is interesting as well. Okay, so the chariots. I just saw it. I don't like how this book goes back and forth between each sides. There we go. The chariots. Agatha has gathered her coven, though it may seem that Teen, Lilia, Alice, and Mrs. Davis have complete agency. Take a closer look. Only Agatha's feet are depicted, implying that her plans and desires are at the forefront of this journey. Now barefoot, the coven is more vulnerable than ever, and Agatha must work to navigate the trials of the road while keeping the other witches in her sight. The chariot signifies forward movement, but not without considerable effort. This far in the journey, you have a deep understanding of the external work. You know how to apply your willpower and determination towards your goals and bend a situation to your will. Triumph is all but guaranteed. So in the past, it seems like you've had a lot of forward motion. You know what you need to do physically, and you've been working really hard at it, but you have had maybe some tribulations along the way towards maybe getting what you want. So I don't know if this means that you've kind of been trying to make opportunities happen for yourself in the past. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. And then we have the sun. And the sun is usually a very good card. Optimism, vitality, and joy. A gleeful young Nicky sings as he walks in the woods, reveling in the sunshine that warms him, reveling in the sunshine that warms him. He's the picture of radiant joy, and Agatha gazes at him as if he is the sun himself. For now, the skies are clear, and no danger is in sight. When the sun card appears, any outcome is sure to be a happy one. Your optimism is well-founded, though every journey is filled with ups and downs. For a blissful moment, the path ahead is smooth. This card can also signal that a pause to stop and smell the flowers will produce better results than working around the clock. Even Agatha realized her most precious moments were when she sang, played, and explored with her son. So I like that this card is kind of a double meaning too in this deck. Like, it's Nikki, so it's her son, but it's also a card that is the sun. This is kind of cute. Yeah, I think that this basically means you're probably in a really good place right now. And maybe those opportunities are starting to open up a little bit for you. And so maybe just take stock of what's going on around you and make sure you're really present so that you don't miss anything, any doors that might be opening for you in this moment. Your future is the devil, which is interesting because we have such a positive card here. Now, the devil doesn't necessarily have to be a negative card, but there are a lot of negative connotations attached to it. So for the devil, let's see what this book is going to give us. And then we can kind of go from there. The devil is dependency, negativity, and entrapment. Rio looms menacingly above Agatha and Billy, both of whom are bound. But look a little closer. Is that the binds are loose? Is it that the binds are loose? Despite the terrifying witch hovering nearby, both Agatha and Billy seem oddly calm. It's almost as if neither realizes just how much trouble they're in. With more experience comes greater challenges, as depicted by the Devil card. As you develop your skills and confidence and your magic grows more potent, the potential to misuse your power does too. When the Devil card appears, you may have been tricked by an illusion. Perhaps you've put all your energy into accumulating more material possessions or winning at any cost. Re-examine the binds that hold you. There is always a way out. So I guess it's interesting because I feel like most of this is saying like you've been working really hard towards getting these opportunities, which are now starting to open up to you. But I think the fear comes from maybe like watch out in the future. This could be a card of warning for someone that might be trying to manipulate you or like, watch out for opportunities where it seems too good to be true, perhaps, and maybe steel yourself against those. So if it sounds too good to be true, if you follow down that path, then you might find yourself in a bit of a sticky situation, is what I'm seeing here. That's what I think it's trying to say. But let's see what our Seven of Swords says for what the theme of this reading is today. Seven of Swords is betrayal, theft, and schemes. So it does seem like a warning situation where it's kind of like you've worked really hard. You have everything you need around you now, but you just need to be careful of maybe others that might misguide you. This says, with Lilia and Jen back in the mix, the pressure is off Agatha. No longer does she have to mess with divination, growing increasingly annoyed to solve this trial. As usual, Agatha allows the rest of the coven to figure out a solution while she tiptoes away from the reading table and the imminent danger, the dangling swords present. This card arrives with a message of betrayal, but before you cast your suspicions at your inner circle, turn your gaze inward. Most often, you're your own worst enemy. How have you stolen time or resources from yourself? Where have you betrayed yourself by not supporting your greatest ambitions? Oh, that's interesting. So I was thinking that someone else was coming in, like maybe the devil was representing someone, but maybe it's more just like a sense of awareness. So maybe what this is just saying is like, kind of be careful the path that you walk in the future and make sure you're choosing the right opportunities and make sure you are focusing on the things that you really want, like the opportunities that you think are really going to help you. Maybe try not to get distracted by things that in the moment might seem nice, but they don't really translate towards like further into the future. But at the same time, let, I would say, the present moment really guide you. How you're feeling now and what is going on for you now in your values. Try to carry that forward and use that as a lens to make sure that everything is aligning. Because I think a lot of the times what can happen with us is we can get distracted. I know myself, I'm a person that likes to say yes to everything. And I think that can be challenging because it's like, then sometimes I get overwhelmed with projects, and then it's like narrowing your focus is really where you zero in and make the most progress when you do that. So that's my thoughts on it. What do you think, Cherry? Oh no. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, the whole idea of the Seven of Swords and the devil. But remember, with the Seven of Swords, you know, it's a situation that usually you can get yourself out of. Like, Seven of Swords, what it's saying is a lot of the times it might be something internal that's blocking you. So you have the power to free yourself. And same with the devil. You have the power to overcome it. So it's nothing that you won't be able to handle, but just maybe a sense of awareness going forward. Maud, welcome in. Hello. You're asking if we will ever meet. I don't know, Red. I don't know what the future holds. I have no plans to do any meetups with the community in the near future, but I would love to do something like that with everyone. If you're asking, like, will I meet you specifically? I don't do, like, one-on-one meetups with fans or anything like that, no. Cherry said, that's the problem. I don't know when I get into it. I'm not the smartest, honestly. I'm smart in a creative aspect, but not in a logical aspect. Okay, well, I would say, I think actually what this is saying is that, you know, you have a lot that's really good right now. So maybe, like, take a look around you and see who's around you, see who you value, those relationships, see what opportunities you have in store right now that are aligned with your goals, your long-term goals, and enjoy this moment, take that stock, and try to carry that forward. I mean, the future is not written yet, so also in the tarot, I would say any card that we see in the future, there's a few different ways you can see it. You can see it as a warning. You can see it as, you know, maybe a sense of impending doom, but we have the choice. So when you have an idea of what might be coming up, you have the opportunity to, you know, refocus that. Well, creative intelligence is still really powerful. Yeah, I think it's still an all-around good reading. Oh, yes. You want a wheel spin instead next stream? No problem, Dichotic. I can totally do that for you. I can do a wheel spin for you next time. Just remind me, but I also made a note about it. You just wanted a guess, Red? What do you mean you just wanted a guess? Samantha, I can add you onto the list. Just an FYI, I am prioritizing YouTube members, and to move up the list, you can also, if anyone sends a $5 or more super chat or sticker, or $5 or more donation or gift over on Throne or Amazon or anything like that, that bumps you up. So I do prioritize my YouTube members and my Twitch subscribers, but I have you on the list right under Kimberly, so you're on there, and if I can get to you today, I most certainly will. Thank you for the request. Well, I mean, I think that something that will be helpful for you is knowing, you know, that maybe that's something to look for on the horizon. So that's a plus, I think. Also, Jarrell, you are up next. Cherry, did you want to take a picture of this? Did you already take a picture? Are you good? I'm going to move on to Jarrell, but I believe in you, and I think the fact that you are aware that something might be coming up, it also might not be a person, right? Like, the Seven of Swords seems to be implying that this could be actually something internal, where you're maybe undermining like a focus in your life. So I wouldn't necessarily see it as someone else coming in. That could be what happens, but this card seems to imply that it might be more internalized. You're good? All right, cool, Cherry. I hope it helps. And I am sure that you will be able to handle whatever comes your way in the future, because I know you are a strong and resilient person. So know that we all believe in you. I know myself, and I think I can speak for, you know, a lot of the people in the community. We believe in you. So, did she explain this cosplay, says Rob. It's in the title, Rob, but this is Momo Ayase from Dandadan. It is an anime cosplay. Well, and manga. Jarrell says, looks like we'll just have time for one. So I guess I will ask about luck with relationships this next year. Yeah, Jarrell, did you want a second reading? Is that what you were hoping for later? Let me just update my list. Do you have a preference for deck, Jarrell? And next up is Ricky Ricci, then Rapala, and then Jack. And then after that, I have Jamie, and then Otto, and then Kimberly and Samantha. You may always struggle with it because of that, Cherry, but you can always find go-arounds. I mean, I have not been diagnosed with any kind of attention deficit disorder, but there have been many people in my lives that have said they believe I have some such thing just based on some of the signs. And I have never actually sought anything for it just because I feel like through therapy and through my own systems, I've come up with some good ways to sort of, whether or not I have it or my brain is just my brain. I think all of our brains are unique. I think that we all have challenges. And for me, I have found that building systems to help me figure out ways to deal with things, even though my brain doesn't function as maybe someone else's brain would, has been very helpful. So don't count yourself out just because you have that. Don't let it defeat you, you know? Well, I mean, at least you have a heads up in this case. So I feel like that could be helpful. Chemdog, your brain is so very unique. Okay, so for Jarrell, we are asking luck with relationships for this or next year and next year. Oh no, just the one. Luck with relationships between now and 2026. Red Sonja? All right. Crystal Castle says, I'm not sure if it will help you, but the Chariot card is also the card of the hero coming back from a victory. Ooh, I like that. That sounds very positive. Oh, nice. That's great. It's always nice to know that you are actually the hero and not the villain in your story. You know what I mean? Duncan Mallory, thank you so much for resubscribing. Happy 15 months. Hello, hello. How are you? Thank you so much for your sub with Prime. You could use your Prime anywhere. And you and Jack have both chosen to use it here, so that means a lot to me. Okay, I'm going to focus in on Jarrell's reading, but I will still be keeping an eye on chat. But yes, for the next few minutes, this is my focus. Let's go. And Duncan Mallory, let me know if you'd like me to add you to the list for readings today. Luck with relationships for this/next year. Also, guys, I changed my goal because I did realize we actually smashed it on the YouTube side for ASMR. So we unlocked another ASMR stream, which I'll plan at some point soon. And we are going to be doing a community stream next, I think, is what I'm going to plan for. Just because Dichotic had that really awesome suggestion. And then I was like, I miss community streams. We haven't done one in a while. So if you are interested in that community stream when we get to 500 subs on Twitch, if we do that before the end of the month, or if we get to 100 memberships on YouTube, then we will unlock our next community stream. Yeah, ASMR. We have a few other things to do first, but it's on there. It's on the docket. All right, focusing in. Jarrell is asking about luck with relationships for this/next year. Jarrell would like to know about their luck for relationships this/next year. Kind of tempted to give these cards a wash, actually. So I think I'm gonna... Well, actually, I don't know if I should, though, because these are cards that, like, very clearly have an up and down, so I don't think they're meant to be reversed. So never mind, I won't wash them. But I did have that impulse. That popped out. Is that one card? I'll set this card aside. it jumped out. It is the Magician. Thank you, Duncan Mallory. I love this wig. I'm obsessed. I need to touch it up a little bit with the styling because it got a bit smooshed in transit, but I am like so obsessed with it. I think it's super cute. Honestly, I think Momo's another one of those looks that, yeah, I just want to wear forever. Hey, Peter, welcome in. Everything's crashing on me today. I think that's a card that we need as well. Honestly, I think this is your last card. I think these other cards were meant to be pulled. Now, Four of Pentacles I put down in reverse, but I don't think these cards are meant to be reversed. But I did have the compulsion to, like, do a shuffle. The other one that I got is the Seven of Cups, which also came out in reverse. So I'm going to take a look at the reverse stuff, and I'll say that the Magician is our first, then Four of Pentacles, which hopped out. And I was like, I think I'm done shuffling because I think the deck's trying to tell me, like, you have the cards you need. And then Seven of Cups. And then our bottom card, which is our subject, kind of our subject line, is the Two of Pentacles. I keep clicking the wrong thing. Here, I'm just going to put this up. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate it. Hopefully at some point we'll do some Ivy this month on stream, which was what I wanted to do tomorrow. But alas, my day got a bit derailed, so I did not get here. Okay, let me tell you my thoughts on these. Time Roller, what's up? Welcome in. How are you doing? Oh, that's good, Cherry. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think yelling can, from what I know, but it's always good to take a look and see what the resources on the internet have to say. Get a few opinions on it, you know, on there. Because it can be scary. I know what you mean. I'm also very, like, wary when I'm recovering that I don't mess anything up. Okay, so let's start off with the Magician, which is right side up. So, Jarrell. So upright for relationships, for love, can mean creating opportunities for love, being proactive in love. And I'll take the love definition for this card, but I also feel like, you know, there are lots of different kinds of love, so it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. So just keep that in mind in case you're asking about, like, relationships at large and not, like, specifically romance, which I totally get. Because that's not always, when people say relationships, that's not always I know what we mean. So yes, creating opportunities for love, being proactive in love. The Magician Tarot meaning in love indicates making things manifest. So in your past, perhaps you have been the one to be more proactive in your relationships with people. Skill, creativity, desire, and determination will bring success in love. Should you be searching for love, the Magician suggests you take action and create opportunities to meet someone who you desire. Because the Magician in Tarot also represents resourcefulness and skill, it is also still important to make sure that no deception or illusions are at work. For both singles and couples, the Magician brings excitement and a desire to experiment. So in your past, it seems like there's been a lot of proactivity, a lot of focus on making things manifest and happen. Then we have the Four of Pentacles, which we can look at both the upwards meaning and the reverse meaning, because I think both of those are going to be valuable, because I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't think this is a deck that's meant to be in reverse, but I did have the compulsion to do a wash of the cards, which would get us some reverse ones, probably. Possibly. Not a guarantee. So the Four of Pentacles. Upright, possessiveness, insecurity, hoarding, stinginess, stability, security, savings, materialism, wealth, frugality, boundaries, and guardedness. Reversed, generosity, giving, spendness, openness, financial insecurity, reckless spending. Yeah, I mean, it is a pentacle, so it's going to be usually more material and money focused, but it will also have some love meanings as well. So upright, it can actually mean that you could be like clingy, jealous, feeling insecure, holding on to the past in the present. I'm wondering, this is making me feel like I think it is supposed to be reversed, actually. But I'll take a look at the upright. Your relationships can be clingy and even suffocating. Relationships with this card can be filled with jealousy and possessiveness, which can slowly deteriorate even the happiest of loves. There are likely issues with insecurity or fear involved, and lovers, or, just relationships in general, may have to take some time to untangle these issues before they drive away whoever they're with. If you're single, there's likely you're holding on to something from your past romances, whether it's grudges, resentment, or the dream of an ex returning to your life. And those need to be resolved before you can truly be open to finding love with someone new. In reversed, it can mean overcoming jealousy, release from past lovers, and it can mean that you're healing past insecurities and allowing you or your lover to be less jealous and possessive. Perhaps you're in a place now where you're healing from past traumas from other relationships right now, Jarrell, and you're kind of ready to move forward, which also I think this makes more sense, especially with the fact that you asked me this question now. I would say it indicates that you are looking to form new relationships with people. So I think maybe what this is saying is that you're in a place where you are good to move forward. And in the past, you have been successful in maybe being more upfront with people in terms of relationships that you'd like to forge. So perhaps the past card being here is an indicator of something that you can take with you into the present and into the future. But let's take a look at what the future holds. Our future card is the Seven of Cups. So upright keywords are choices, searching for purpose, illusion, fantasy, daydreaming, wishful thinking, indecision in your future. But it is reversed, and I really do think that I was meant to get some reverse cards for you. I just feel like it feels right to me. So the reverse is lack of purpose, disarray, confusion, diversion, distractions, clarity, making choices. So this says And Seven of Cups is going to be very emotionally charged because it's a water card. Cups are water. More in line with what I would expect for a relationship reading, like appearing. So if it's upright, it would be saying that you need to watch out for like illusions and things, like things that dreams and things that might not be real. So like you might be kind of like your head might be in the clouds. I don't think that's you in the future though, but that's what it means if it's upright. You should look at things from a more logical perspective, pros and cons, that type of thing. Can also be linked with temptation, which can be upright and reversed. So temptation is a part of the Seven of Cups, something to keep in mind. So upright, it can mean choosing between lovers, cautious about romantic decisions. So you might have to choose between a couple relationships in your life, or perhaps between love and family or love and career. And there might be things that are tempting you that might seem nice in your future, but just make sure that they're based in reality if it was upright. Don't be too quick to rush into things. And keep an eye open for red flags. However, I do think it's meant to be reversed. So let's take a closer look at that. Chaotic and confusing love life, avoiding romantic decisions, clarity about love. And apparently in reverse, it is actually kind of similar to the upright. They're both about like dreams, illusions, temptation, but they also emphasize the more negative qualities of the card. So your views may be more inclined towards fantasy and not grounded in reality. It might imply that you are unclear about the things you're searching for. So maybe you're ready, but in the future you're going to maybe need to be a little bit more focused in what it is you want. And maybe try to take that directness from your past and apply it here. Go for the things you want, but also find a directness in the sense for approaching the people that you want to have in your life, the relationships that you actually value. It can also mean that you're not willing to face the realities of life and you're escaping through imagination and daydreaming. So you might also have ideas of what you want your relationship to be like with somebody, but that might not be realistic. It can also be the opposite of this. It can also be that you are actually ready to move away from the illusion in the future and move forward into clarity. So it could be a warning of, you know, don't keep your head up in the clouds, but it could also mean that, which would fit with the Four of Pentacles, I think, and the idea with it in reverse that you are ready to move forward. So it might be that like your head is clear, but you just need to make sure you're not like tempted about things that fit with maybe some of the fantasies you've had before, and really just take stock of the relationships in your life and make sure you're really moving forward with the ones that you value. Like make sure you're making clear choices in your future and that you understand why. It's important for you to be clear about what you want and also be clear with people about that relationship and communicate with them. And it says that taking actions on decisions when you figure out what's important to you is huge, which, like I said, I feel like ties back to the past, which is why they want to remind you of, you know, your successes in the past. It all feels like it's very tied together, this reading. And then our theme is the Two of Pentacles. So I won't linger on that too much, but just a quick little Two of Pentacles, uprights, balancing resources, adaptation, resourcefulness, flexibility, stretching resources. So it's about balance. And it is also Pentacles, so once again, more material focused, which is interesting. So I don't know if any of the relationships are connected to your income in some way, or maybe not. But I'm just noticing that theme. There's a possibility that you're trying hard to keep the two aspects of your life in a perfect and delicate balance. This could be your career, money, love, and health. The balancing act depicted in the card suggests that there are two major factors that you're deeply concerned about. This could also fit into the whole idea of the Seven of Cups and like maybe, you know, that clarity, or even with the Four of Cups, like the idea of decisions. So there might be a decision coming up for you as well. There might be some things that are at odds here and you're trying to like find that sense of balance. And it's saying that you might struggle with balancing love and work and family, in the sense of people might need more from you if this is romantic in terms of partners. But I think you could also apply this to relationships in general than you can maybe give. So this all seems to say that what you need to do is you need to just hone in on what you really want and then go for it like you've done in the past. I think that's basically what it's saying, but you are at a good place, I think, to move forward with some relationships. It seems like your mind is clearing up, becoming more clear as you go forward, I think. But just keep in mind that you stay grounded. Okay, so Jarrell says, I guess that's true. I do tend to get jealous easily, to be honest. Holding on to resentment is also true. JSD, I can add you to the list if you would like. I do prioritize, as it says in the pinned comment, YouTube members. And then if you would like to be bumped up the list, if you're a YouTube member, if you make a $5 super chat or sticker or more, like if you donate that way to the stream, or through donations or gifts, either on Amazon or my Throne wish list, $5 or more, then that also bumps you up. If you are not a YouTube member, I can add you to the list, but I do prioritize YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. So right now you'd be under Samantha, and I have Ricky, then Rapala, then Jack, then Jamie, then Otto, then Kimberly, then Samantha, then you. So I can add you on, and then if we get to you, then I'm happy to do it for you, but that's basically what I got. Let me know if you want me to add you on there. Jarrell says, I'm amazed about how accurate. I feel some of my expectations are unrealistic, and honestly, I do hold on to some hostility towards the past. Well, have you been working on releasing that? Because it sounds like in your present, you're maybe working on it, though. You're doing the work. So if you're doing the work, then I think you'll be okay in the end. But I think it is encouraging you to keep on that path, Jarrell, and to focus on, you know, what's realistic. I mean, I think the other thing that's always interesting with jealousy in relationships is a lot of the time jealousy comes from our own insecurities in ourselves, right? Or from a lack of trust with our partner. So if this is a romantic reading, but also even in friendships, to be honest with you, we usually feel like if somebody spends time with somebody else, that they're going to choose that person over us. But really what that means is that we feel like, you know, we can't compete with whoever that other person is. We basically feel that our partner will leave us because we're not good enough. So you need to remind yourself that, one, you are good enough, and you also need to make sure that you find people that you can trust in your life so that you can help to, I think, just kind of work through that jealousy. Jealousy is a human emotion, though, so we all feel it. We all must deal with it. But yes. Spooky Rob, you would like a reading. I will add you to the list. You are under auto. So now the list is Ricky, Rapala, Jack, Jamie, Otto, Rob, Kimberly, and Samantha. Danny, this isn't a reading for you, but I'm glad that you're enjoying the reading. This is a reading for Jarrell. Edakaye, you wanted me to add you? Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you say that you would like, Oh, yes, I can add you. Yes, I'm so sorry. I forgot that you were over here. I will add you. I'm so sorry. I forgot that you had the 2 different usernames. That's my bad. I will add you just under Otto above Rob since you asked first. And no worries at all. You don't need to be a YouTube member. You're already over here on the Twitch side, and you are subbed, so you're good to go. You're on the sub part of the list. Also, Jarrell, I'll give you a moment if you want to take a picture of anything. Just let me know when you're good for me to move on. I'm going to drink some more water in the meantime. Also, hi, Rob. Duncan Mallory also says yes for a reading. So, Duncan Mallory, I will also add you on. I will add you under Edakaye/JSD. Above Spooky Rob since you asked before, I think. Yes. Okay, so that is the order. Sorry for anyone that I missed. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Edakaye, thank you. Did you want me to bump you up? We can count 5 gifted. 5 gifted subs is a lot of dough to be thrown my way. Or a lot of dough for you to be spending. I think 5 gifted subs is like 10 USD is what I end up getting. But it's a lot of money for you to be spending. So would you like me to bump you up to the, up the list? Because I can do that. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Thank you for gifting to Time Roller, Mifune Kenichi, Boodale, Galaxy Imp, and Jagron. Thank you so much. Oh, people are cheering. Rob, thank you so much for the cheers. Just Rob. All good, all good. No stress. Hey, thank you so much for the, oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much for the little chipmunks. Dinos, so cute. I love the little combos. Thank you, Lumix. Thank you for the combo. Oh my goodness, we're level 2 chipmunks. Let's go. Let's go. For Duncan. Aw, nice. Thank you. Thank you, Edakaye. Edakaye says, no, I can wait. Okay. Day's been treating me pretty good, Rob. I slept. I was up until 7 a.m. looking at art. And then I didn't go to bed till 8:30 a.m. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. 11 dinos. Ah! Duncan Mallory, you're awesome. Don't ever forget it. Are we having a battle? Dinos versus chipmunks? Who will win? Actually, I think the chipmunks ended. So chipmunks, we got to 55 biddies. I don't know what level that is. Thank you, Jack and Rob, for the support. I appreciate y'all. We got to level 3. We got to level 2 chipmunks and level 3 dinos. So far, dinos are winning. Dino-tastic indeed. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Lumix 26. That's insane. Screenshotted it. All right. We will move on to Ricky Ricci, and then Rapala's next, and then Jack. It was really fun at the time, but I will say when I got home, well, more this morning, because I was also dancing, and I was like dancing on a stage and stuff too, so I was going hard. My neck is so messed, guys. I did a lot of hair dancing, and I have regrets. Like, this is very painful, just moving my head. And my feet hurt. But I'm doing okay otherwise. And I already have Ricky's question here. Ricky, are you still here? Thank you for repeating your question. Thank you, Samantha. Yeah, the readings have been good so far. Overall, I would say pretty positive. Jarrell, I think you're doing the work, though. I think the reading is saying you're doing the work, so you're doing well. Thank you so much for the dinos. Dinos won. Dinos beat chipmunks. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Lumix. I appreciate you guys. Jack supporting both the dinos and the chipmunks. Okay, so next up is Rapala. And Ricky wants to know next up is Rapala, and then Jack, and then Jamie. And then after that we have Otto, Atakaye, Duncan Mallory, Spooky Rob, then Kimberly, then Samantha. I have about an hour 10 left, so I'm gonna get through as much as I can. I do need to take a quick bio break, and then before I do Ricky's reading, and I'll get through as many as I possibly can. Yo, why did my Twitch sub goal not update? Yo, that doesn't make no sense. I think we've had, I thought we made it. I might have to add them, maybe because I wasn't on this screen. It's so weird. Okay, so we have had yeah, it's okay to be sick, I think, after you have your wisdom teeth out. I agree. I don't think it's from your wisdom teeth. Jack, you have no idea what you're doing? You're doing great. That's what you're doing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, we have had 10. 10 subs. So I don't know why. So we did it. So that means that you guys will get to vote. How do we want to do the voting for the cosplay? Should I just do it on the side that got the goal? Should I do it on both? Should we all decide as a group? Let me know. What you think. And I'm going to take a quick bio break, and then I'll do this reading for Ricky. Yes, still here. Excellent, excellent. You would like a tarot card reading? I can add you to the list, Derek. Just a heads up that YouTube members and Twitch subs are priority. So I will add you. Right now, there are 1, 2. We got Ricky, then we got Rapala, then Jack, then Jamie, then Otto, then Hedekiah, then Duncan Mallory, then Spooky Rob, then Kimberly, Samantha, then you. So 11 people, and I have about an hour 10 left. So I don't think I'm going to get to you today, but I'll put you on there just in case. Maybe I'll be like really, really fast in these next few readings. I'm going as fast as I can. But also just a heads up that I am going to do probably a second part to the tarot stream. I don't know when yet, so stay tuned for that. I'll let you know. But I'm going to try to plan one sooner so that we can do about... well, I wanted to make this a 6-hour long stream. So whatever time we get to today, I'll come back and do whatever the remainder is to get us to 6 hours. Okay. Go, go, go. We're going. Yeah, oh, go pee. Yeah, I should go pee. Also, Cherry, thank you for the highlighted message. I did see it.
You were providing an update about your current activity and acknowledging a message from Cherry. There is no explicit question or request for me to answer. Is there anything else you'd like to share or ask?
Excuse me? I was not talking to you. I hate Gemini. I hate Gemini. Gemini always comes up and is like, what are you doing? And then I'll like, even anytime I ask something, sometimes Gemini will answer. And I'm like, I wanted Google, not you, Gemini. I'm so glad you're loving the Zelda music, Samantha. If you have time, can you do a quick reading on me? Hope all is well. Awesome Sauce Radio, I can add you to the list. Just a heads up, as it says in the pinned comment over on the YouTube side, YouTube members are our priority for the tarot readings, and Twitch subscribers. So I can add you to the list, but just a heads up, there are 11 people on it currently, 12 with you, and I'm going to prioritize my Twitch subs and my YouTube members. So I might not get to you, Awesome Sauce, but I can definitely add you onto the list. No problem. And then if you want to up yourself on the list, you can also support the stream and do that. But I really got to pee, so I'll be right back. BRB, everybody. Also, Ricky, I will ask you, do you have a deck that you prefer for the tarot? We have my Agatha All Along, my standard deck, my Vampirella deck, my Self-Care Oracle deck, my Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck, or my Red Sonja Tarot deck. Oracle cards are different than tarot cards, but you can use them to basically do tarot readings, so just a heads up. Put them all here so you can take a look and decide while I'm taking a quick bio break, and then when I'm back, we will do your reading. BRB. I know, I hate that too, Awesome Sauce. It's so annoying. Anyways, I'll be right back, guys. Hello, I have returned. I'm sorry, our ambiance died. I don't know why my Chrome keeps like collapsing on itself. Sorry, I just needed to have a little snack as well. But I'm back. I'm ready to tarot. Ricky, did you pick your deck? Gotta check because everything has collapsed. Everything has collapsed. Does anyone know how you can find out how to become a member by using text-to-speech device? Ooh. Whoa, what has been going on with your device? Well, I can tell you that this is the membership link, if that helps. Awesome sauce. Ricardo, hello. Red Sonia. We will do. Ro, welcome in. You went on a Zoom call on your phone, thought you muted yourself, put your phone on bed with your earbuds, went to the restroom. When you came back, you were off the call. So maybe they could hear you. What? Or maybe when you just put your earbuds down, you hung up. It's possible, Rob. I hang up all the time just from touching my earbuds because that's how I use, like, that's how they control the call. And sometimes I'll just like linger on them a little too much and then it like hangs up. Trodorn, welcome back indeed. How are you? Welcome in. I do have a Red Sonja tarot deck. Yep. Marvel Man, welcome in. Thank you so much for the 20 stream streak. I think this one was purchased for me by Michael. So thank you, Michael, for donating this to the tarot collection. Oh, maybe it didn't work. Maybe that's not. Maybe it's just member is the command. Oh my gosh, I can't type today. All right, anyways, I'm going to get started with Ricky's question. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster so we can at least get a few more people done today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd love to get 6, but I don't know if it's possible. But I'm going to try. I'm just not very fast. That's my burden. Locke, welcome in. Thank you so much for the resub. Happy 31 months to you. You have the Christina Ricci tarot deck. Nice, Spooky Rob. Nice. Congrats on the 7 stream streak. 31 months. That's a long time, Locke. Welcome in. How are you? I'm going to keep this list for next time, though. So if y'all were on the list and I don't get to you, you'll have like priority for next time. Man, I guess I don't have a command for that. Thought I did. There is a, I don't know if it's sending in here. I don't know how you can do it from voice to text because I think you have to like click the page and stuff, but I thought I had a command for it. Check that out, and then we'll get started on Ricky's reading. Oh, sorry, it's members. There you go, awesome sauce. That the link should come up from Nightbot now after this. Marvel Man, congrats on the 20 stream streak and welcome in. Thank you so much for streaking. appreciate you. My wig is doing that thing where everything is squeezing my skull. The live action How to Train Your Dragon will be on Peacock on October 10th. Ooh. Can I get Peacock in Canada? Do you guys know? That definitely sounds like my device, Time Roller. That's what Gemini has been up to, maybe. Crystal Castle said, tarot takes time. It does. It does take time. I appreciate you all also for being patient with me. Also trying to catch up with chat and do all the things at once. I know you guys know that I'm going as fast as I can, so it's mostly me dealing myself with stuff. Am I going to see Deathstalker next weekend? I am, Lumix. I'm going to like a premiere, actually, for it. I have a friend that, my friend Sean, shout out to my friend Sean, don't watch me stream, I think. Oh, is he actually live right now? He is. Oh, he's playing Silent Hill F. Hey, thank you so much, Rob, for the 100 bits.
Feed duck.
Feed duck. That is a motto to live by. I will feed him some bread in your honor next time I see him. We'll give a little shout out to Don't Watch Me Stream, but that is my friend Sean. He has an amazing podcast called The Creative Imbalance. He interviews a lot of cool people on it that are like legitimate celebrities and creators. People that work on movies, that do music, like all across the spectrum. He's also interviewed me before. I'm not like really anyone, but he did interview me. And is also just a lovely human. And he knows the team because he's interviewed them before. So he got invited and he had a +1. And he was like, Amanda, would you like to come with me? And I was like, hell yeah. So we're going to go watch the movie together. And I'm very excited. And then I think also Jen is going to be joining us. Photographer Jen. Jen and Ray. It was her and Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. For which? Oh, are you talking about for, oh, Christina Ricci. Christina Ricci. I'm the coolest of anyone that you know, Time Roller. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm the bestest of anyone. Oh, I don't know about that. All right, let me answer Ricky's question. Ricky asks, hello, SFF. I'm good. How are you? I do look different with this wig. It is true. People often say when I cosplay, I kind of disappear into my cosplays. And I definitely think there's a bit of a truth to that. Although I'm kind of like really loving it. It's making me be like, man, if I had like short brown hair, like I'd actually look pretty cute with that. That would actually be kind of a cute look for me. I think I could pull it off. Okay, what do futuristic events hold for everything and anything for me? So you just want to know what the future holds, it looks like, Ricky. So Ricky Ricci is asking, what does the future hold? What does the future hold for Ricky Ricci? What does the future hold? What does the future hold? What does the future hold? First card. 6 of Cups. Next card. Reversed the Hermit. Possibly reversed. Like I said, I don't know if this deck is really meant to be reversed, so we can see what vibes with us. I guess I'll take it in reverse, though, because before I feel like the reversed fits. If the reverse doesn't fit, then we'll look at the upright. Thank you, Ricky. I appreciate it. And then for our third card, we have the Four of Cups. So past is Six of Cups, present is Hermit, future is Four of Cups, and our theme for this one is the High Priestess. Major Arcana. I love the art on these cards. This one. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, because I didn't want to focus there for a second. All right. Let us take a look at this spread and see what we can see. So, for Six of Cups, past, nostalgia, memories, familiarity, healing, comfort, sentimentality, pleasure. Six of Cups is all about the joy of nostalgia, the comfort of home and childhood innocence. An upright Six of Cups generally represents generosity, naive happiness, and childhood. It can stand for you wanting to return to a happier time, whether it was when you were a child, teenager, or young adult. Many times these memories are things of the past, which reflect the aspects of ourselves that have vanished. You may feel that remembering these times is the only way to feel happy. The Six of Cups appearing in a reading seems to indicate that while we may look upon the past with a happy eye, we must avoid living in it. It can also mean that you're returning to a familiar place. This could be your hometown, an old friend's home, a school, or any place that holds a lot of meaning for you. Now, I think nostalgia being in the past is interesting. I feel like it means perhaps in the past what you have reached for in the future maybe is to relive past experiences and use nostalgia to drive yourself forward, possibly. Just because based on the question you ask, I'm just wondering why the cards would want us to see this in the past and what that could mean. But basically, you've been nostalgic in the past, and perhaps you've even tried to kind of reconnect with past friends or communities or places. Huh. We don't have a Five of Cups. But they have some notes about, like, if it comes after the Five of Cups. So yeah, nostalgia seems to be kind of what we're getting here. Then we have the Hermit reversed in the present. Also from the Major Arcana. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the coffee donation. Who did that? Thank you. Jagron? Was that you doing that? Thank you so much for the coffee donation. Also, Jagron is our new sub boss. Jagron was gifted a sub by Edakaye. Wow. Thank you, Edakaye, for gifting Jagron the status of stream boss. I'm giving off 80s and 90s teenager vibe, minus the school necktie. I am dressed as Momo Ayase, who is a teenager in the modern day, though, I think. I think the manga is still set in the 2020s. Modern. You named a new nail polish color after me? What? Spear Closet, what was the color? See me as the mystic Meg of the internet. Nice, Time Lord guy. I'll take that status. All right, let's go back to the reading. The Hermit. The Hermit is your present, Ricky. And the Hermit is a card that is all about self-reflection, introspection, contemplation, withdrawal, solitude, and search for self when it's upright. But yours is reversed. So in reversed, it says loneliness, isolation, recluse, being antisocial, dealing with rejection, or returning to society. So maybe you're feeling a little bit lonely right now in the present. Hopefully, the deck has something positive to say about where you're going next, if that's the case. But yeah, the Hermit card can be very much about like looking within oneself and taking that time to do that work. In this case, it probably means that you're feeling more of the negative elements of being on your own. So we'll go to the reversed. We'll stick with that for now. But let me know if you feel like the upright is speaking more to where you're at. Totally cool. Because like I said, this is a deck that I don't think I'm supposed to have reverse cards because it's very obvious, like on the card back when things are reversed. But I have felt compelled to let the cards be reversed with the deck. So I feel like I should also connect to that inner feeling. When reversed, you are perhaps in a situation where you'd like to be alone. There's nothing wrong about that. However, there is a possibility that your seclusion may become harmful to both yourself and others. Though the Hermit sets forwards with noble intentions to search for his inner truth, his path inward may also be filled with great danger. Going inward may lead to madness and the abyss, for the unconscious is filled with images that he may not yet understand, lurking and waiting to lure you ever inside. Like a man that gets lost in his own dreams, the Hermit may find himself stuck in a world of his own, alone, trapped, unreal. You must learn to balance your need for truth with connection for your fellow human. When it comes to work, it can refer to your preparedness to get to the bottom of something that has been troubling you for quite some time now. So if you are, you kind of said in general, so I don't think it's in relation to work, but there might be something that like you've been trying to resolve at work, and this is like you're finally ready to like get down to that, like you are ready to start looking into it and fixing the problem. So it sounds like you might be kind of isolated a little bit right now. Maybe I'm not sure how the nostalgia plays into that though yet. Maybe because of the nostalgia in your past, it's kind of made you close off a little bit, maybe, in the present. And in the future, we have the Four of Cups. So let's see what that means for you, Ricky. So the Four of Cups is upright. In upright position, it means apathy, contemplation, feeling disconnected, melancholy, boredom, indifference, or discontent in your future. So a sense of, I feel like this is like if you stay in your Hermit scenario maybe. So maybe what this reading is trying to tell us right now is that you don't want to linger too much in the past, and as you've done in the past, and you don't want to stay too isolated. It's cool to look within and to enjoy your own company, but it's also important to feel a sense of connection. And if you don't, this might be our warning card, is what I'm kind of getting. The Four of Cups displays a young man sitting, well, no, it doesn't. But this is the meaning of the card in the usual art. So this is about, the Four of Cups is about this idea of sort of not realizing the things that you have around you that are good. Like Peacemaker in season 2, how he goes to Earth 2 and thinks that the grass is greener on the other side, and then going there realizes maybe not so much. So there are lots of good things potentially that you have around you, but you might kind of lose sight of them in the future, and then that takes you to a sense of like apathy, basically. So it says in the future, you might feel like you're kind of stuck in a rut and there's no way forward. What you need to do is you just need to take some time to self-evaluate so you can pull yourself out of it. So if you do find yourself in this place in the future, then take a look inside yourself and see what you can do to resolve that. Because while you might think nothing's going right for me, the whole world's against me, it may actually be either you have more to appreciate than you might realize. And it's all about tapping into this idea of what you really want in life and moving forward with that. Sometimes we get stuck into these patterns of complacency where we think, well, this is how I've always done stuff, so now I have to do that. And maybe especially if you have in the past been lingering in nostalgia, you might kind of feel maybe stuck in a loop. Nostalgia obviously can be nice, but it doesn't always apply to current times. And so it could be saying that, you know, you're going to kind of feel maybe stuck in a holding pattern, but it's within your own power to break that. You have to realize that you have the power to make those changes, and you don't have to be held to these monotonous motions going through life. You can break the pattern and just figure out what you want and then go for it. The theme is the High Priestess. For this reading, the High Priestess represents unconscious, intuition, mystery, spirituality, higher power, inner voice. That feels like it speaks a lot. So it sounds like a lot of what's happening here for your future is all about like kind of your internal mindset. In the past, you've been lingering on nostalgia. In the present, you have been sort of focused on solitude, but it's not maybe bringing you joy right now. And in the future, you need to be mindful, because this could maybe lead to you ending up in a place where you feel like, well, now I don't really have anything, when maybe you have more than you give yourself credit for, and you're just kind of stuck in a situation that you have the power to free yourself from. Wow. The High Priestess is a very powerful card. She is all about sort of acting as a mediator or a bridge between the depths of reality. The duality of nature is what is represented. The evil, good and evil, negative and positive, masculine and feminine. And she is very much connected to that inner knowledge, that kind of balancing of the two sides within yourself, the duality of man in a sense. She can sometimes represent that it's time for you to listen to your intuition rather than prioritizing your intellect and your conscious mind. I feel like what this is saying is that you need to do some reflecting in an internalized way, but also let the world help to get you there. Don't stay so on your own that you're detached from other people, because sometimes the world can also be what allows us to see ourselves reflected back in the mirror of the things we see around us. So this is about growth of self. This is an internal ride that you seem to be on. Thanks so much. True for wondrous nostalgia reversed, but I am single, not lonely. Have a lovely week ahead. Oh, that's great. Well, I'm glad to hear it. So you're not feeling lonely, but you think this is in reference to you being single. Interesting. So what do you think the Four of Cups means in regards to that? Hey Slim, welcome in. So just a heads up, as the pinned comment says, the readings are prioritized for people that are YouTube members or Twitch subscribers. And then if you would like to up your way on the list, you can also send a super chat or a gift or donation. So I'm so sorry to hear about your loss. I can definitely add you to the list. But just know we may not get to you today because I do prioritize members on the channel for my tarot streams. So sorry to hear about your loss, though. That's awful. That sounds really hard. You lost your mom and your grandmother, and you're a single father. Wow. Well, keep on trekking. Hello, Renelle. Welcome in. Whoa, did someone make another donation to the coffee? My goodness. My goodness. Is that the same one that I saw before? I guess that was maybe the same one that I saw before. No, I think that's a new one. Oh my goodness. We're almost halfway to Phoenix. Ricky, are you still here? Do you need to take a picture? Are you good for that? And I was just curious about your thoughts on the Four of Cups and how that relates in the sense of, you know, moving forward and kind of looking within yourself for those answers or feeling stuck. You're saying you don't feel lonely right now, so I'm glad to hear that. So maybe that's not what the Hermit meant for you. Maybe it was just a symbol of the fact that you're kind of doing your own thing and you're loving it, I hope. But yeah, let me know when you're good to go, and then we will move on to the next person, which is Rapala. Rapala, do you have a question for me? Whoa, it's very early for you, Renelle. Welcome in. Oh, Duncan Mallory, I want lemon cake. Yo, but Peacemaker says some real stuff, Duncan Mallory. Agatha deck for your question. What does the future hold for my mental health? Yes, loving my own thing. Yes, all is good. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. Well, perhaps in the future, just keep an eye out for if things feel too repetitive. But it could also just be reassuring you that in the future, if, you know, everything you have that's working for you right now feels good, then it will just be continuing along. If you are, you know, content in everything that's going on and you like that sense of, you know, security, stability, knowing what's coming, patterns, which I think a lot of people do. So it doesn't have to necessarily be anything negative. But definitely keep an eye out for your intuition, I would say. Like, definitely listen to that inner voice. I think this is all connected to the inner voice. But maybe your inner voice is singing. And if it is, I'm very glad to hear that, Ricky. I will clean these up and we'll move on to Rapala's question. And I will update our list. Spooky Rob, you're eating candy corn. Oh my gosh, you guys are making me hungry. I want to get more ginger. I might have to get some more ginger, guys. This feels like a slumber party because I'm Momo. Jarrell! Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate you. No clue who is Jarrell? Momo? You are so welcome, Slim. You are so welcome, Slim. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat. I'm so sorry to hear about your loss. I really hope that you make it through. I can definitely add you to the list. I did add you. I don't know if I'll get to you today, but I am going to do a second tarot stream, so keep an eye out for that because I'll be coming back to kind of like finish this one, like do it as a two-parter. Aw, thank you so much, Crystal Castle. I really appreciate that. I feel like something that I've always loved about tarot within myself is that I've always felt to be that I'm a very intuitive person. My intuition has always been really, really loud with stuff. And there was a period in my life where I was really lost. And I like lost that connection to my intuition. And it was really freaking sad. And in the last few years, I've really started to reconnect with it and like kind of connect more with my internal voice. I think that's really helped with tarot reading. But it's really fun to do. So I'm glad that it speaks to people. And I'm sorry, Ricky, if your reading wasn't as accurate, though, or my interpretation of the cards was a bit off. But I'm glad that, you know, you're doing well and that, you know, you're just doing your own thing and loving it. I love to hear that. Live your best life. Slim, I don't know. I'm not like a psychic or anything like that. So I don't, names don't come to me like that. Not really my thing. Okay, so Rapala's next up. So let me just update our list. And then I'm just going to grab a little bit of ginger and then I'll jump right into your reading, Rapala. I'd like to do at least 2 more. Oh. So next up is Jack, and then Jamie, if I have time, and then Otto. If I have time. And if not today, I will get y'all on the next one. I'll definitely keep this list. And then if people here at the beginning of chat, I'll just like keep checking in. So, yeah, we'll do another one. Maybe I'll bring Wanda back for that one. Oh, we still have to do the poll. Duncan Mallory, have I eaten? Oh, I had like half of a chocolate croissant. I had a little bit of I had like a little fruit snack and I had a little bit of pineapple and a very small amount of ginger, and then I had 1 Oreo cookie. So I haven't eaten a lot today. I know I need to eat. I was thinking of making some instant noodles. Amanda, you need to eat. I know, I'm bad, guys. I ate late last night, though. I ate a hot dog at like 6 a.m. And it was weird. I was so hungry, and then I ate the hot dog, and I'm like, I'm so like instantly full. I do have an Instagram, Awesome Sauce. My Instagram, should be able to find it through the socials command. See if it pulls it up. If not, I'll put it in chat. Losing a loved one can be super hard. I agree. The person who keeps donating. Oh, you don't know who it is who keeps donating on the coffee? I need to log in so I can see. Okay, I'm gonna grab my ginger. Can I log in? Let me log in. 2-factor. I appreciate 2-factor because it is good to have, obviously, but it's also like, dude, I just want to log in right now. Dude, please. I don't even remember if this is the right one because I have 2 coffees that I accidentally set up the other one. Yeah, see, this isn't even the right one. Let me log out. Whoa, wait a second. Oh, okay, yeah. I paid someone. Yeah. I was going to say, I think I use my other coffee sometimes to send other people money, but I do have 2 people following me, so that's something. I think this is the right coffee. It doesn't tell me. It just says coffee supporter, a mysterious donor. Maybe, I don't know who it is. we'll see if they reveal themselves. I'm gonna grab some ginger real quick, and then I'll be right back. Jack said, you can skip a day if you want. You wouldn't starve if you skip a meal or two. Yeah, you won't starve if you skip a meal or two. But it's the thing with me, Jack, is that sometimes I like get into the habit of doing it. And then I'm like, this is not good. It's just because I get busy and then I like don't eat. I just forget to eat. It's not intentional. But yes, I'll grab some ginger to snack on while I do Rapala's reading with the Agatha deck. Agatha. And then maybe we'll have time for one more before I go. Oh, did I miss mine? You did not miss it. You are, so there is Jack, Jamie, Otto, and then you would be next, but I'm just not sure if we'll have time today. But I do have the list, and I'm going to come back and do another tarot stream. When can we do another tarot stream? I want to do my co-working stream on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, I think I do want to play some more Silent Hill F, but maybe not this week coming, but maybe the next week I can come back and finish the tarot stream if that's cool with people. Also, we need to set up a poll for cosplay, so y'all let me know in stream whether or not we want to do that on the Twitch and YouTube side, or if we just want to do one, and what cosplays you guys want for Marvel's Midnight Suns tomorrow. And you can vote if anyone has suggestions. Let me know, and then ultimately I'll pick which ones are in the poll, and then you guys can vote. Slim, as I said, this is just a tarot stream. I don't really feel qualified to help you. I'm sorry to hear about your situation, but I would seek resources that are not like a streamer on the internet, because I don't think I'm going to have the answers to all those questions. I'm sorry to hear about your situation, though. That's not really what my streams are necessarily about, but I wish you all the best. Because I have no idea. No worries, Awesome Sauce. I'm sorry that, you know, sometimes you have that challenge. And yeah, if there's anything that I can do to help you with it, let me know. Let me know. I wouldn't even know where to begin navigating a Braille keyboard, so you're rocking it, by the way. Excuse me, Momo, where's Vamp? Oh, where is she? I wonder. Hey, Silent Protagonist, welcome in. Jarrell said, oh, yeah, it's me who donated. Oh, okay. Jarrell, you were like, I don't know who that is. I see what you were doing. Well, thank you so much, Jarrell, for the donations. I really appreciate it. Thank you for helping to support the Phoenix cosplay. Okay, Ginger, and then Rapala's reading, and then maybe one more. I will be right back. I'm just grabbing the bag. Yeah, Crystal Castle is really knowledgeable on tarot. Definitely a good resource. Chris, also in our community, is really good with tarot as well. Okay. Let us jump into this next reading for Rapala. Oh, that's very kind of you, Jarrell. Yeah, some people do consider reading their own tarot to be taboo. I will say that one thing that I appreciate about having other people read my tarot is that I think you get like some interesting insight when someone else external reads it. But yes. Okay, wait. Let me shuffle. So Rapala wants to know, what does the future hold for my mental health? What does the future hold for Rapala's mental health? What does the future hold for Rapala's mental health? You're asking the tarot. What is the future? Like, the cards were like screaming to me to stop shuffling. I think the whole deck is upside down, so I'm going to rotate it. Card number 1, Knight of Wands for your past. Your present is the 7 of Wands. And your future is the 6 of Wands. And your theme is the 7 of Swords, which we saw earlier with Cherry's reading as well. Jarrell, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. I appreciate it. Welcome back, SFF. They're going pretty good. Just continuing along with our reading. All right, I'm going to set up the poll. I'll set it up for both sides. Gonna say Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, or Spider-Gwen. And I'll also make it over on the Twitch side. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Marvel's Midnight Suns. But also, if you ever want the schedule, I try to update it each time I come on. So that's my schedule for tomorrow. All right, let's get into these cards and see what we can see here for Rapala. So we have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. When Alice sees someone in danger, she does not hesitate to act. As a protection witch, her instinct guides her to leap into action. When Agatha is attacked, to Alice there is no question of morality or the need to consider who deserves to be saved and who is disposable. She faces every battle with the same sense of bravery. When the Knight of Wands appears in a reading, it's time to act. This card could represent you as you leap into battle or someone else who's charging ahead on your behalf. Passionate, quick, brave. So this is in your past. So I feel like what this means is in your past, you've been pretty active towards fighting for yourself and also having people that have helped to advocate for you. So you are aware of the struggles and you also work to try to fix stuff. Then we have the Seven of Wands. Protection, defense, taking a stand. This is your present, Rapala. The demon curse is on the move. As it swoops through the recording studio, crawling at any witch in its path, Alice puts her skills to use as a protection witch. This is like very Alice, a very Alice reading, honestly. The Six of Wands is also, yeah, Alice. You are Alice right now. You are fighting to protect yourself, I think. Protection, defense, taking a stand. Alice puts her skills to use as a protection witch. Thinking quickly, she draws a circle around each witch to protect them from the deadly curse that she unknowingly has set free. Though this form of defense isn't enough to stop the attack, it does buy the coven time. This card asks you to call on your inner strength. It's time to face your fear head on. Even if taking a stand will solve only part of the problem, this is a necessary step forward. Start with the immediate issue at hand and go from there. And your future, the Six of Wands. Progress, self-confidence, success. Sounding positive. Alice sighs in relief. Miraculously, she feels lighter, as if a weight has been lifted off her shoulders. What she and the other witches have yet to realize is that a literal weight has been lifted. The family curse has left her body and taken flight. For a brief moment in her life, Alice experiences the elation that comes with success. If you've pulled the Six of Wands, perhaps you can relate. This is a moment that signifies a victory. You may still have further to go on this journey, but this moment you've arrived, and it is a mark of success. Go ahead and pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. So it sounds like what it's saying is you already know kind of what you're up against. You've fought it before in the past. In the present, you just need to narrow in on the issue of what is the most pressing. And in the future, I think you're going to be successful in dealing with that. It doesn't mean everything will be fixed, but it does mean you're on that path towards getting everything handled. The Seven of Swords. So, I mean, Seven of Swords is interesting because, once again, we know that that card is kind of introspective. So I think betrayal, theft, and schemes. With Lilia and Jen back in the mix, the pressure is off Agatha. I don't think this is about someone else. I really think this is about just maybe sometimes things happen in your life that kind of take you away from the journey. And so you kind of just need to stay focused. I think that's what this card means. But I'll read it again one more time because we've read it before. With Lilia and Jen back in the mix, the pressure is off Agatha. No longer does she have to mess with divination, growing increasingly annoyed to solve this trial. As usual, Agatha allows the rest of the coven to figure out a solution while she tiptoes away from the reading table and the imminent danger, the dangling swords present. This card arrives with a message of betrayal. But before you cast your suspicions at your inner circle, turn your gaze inward. Most often, you're your own worst enemy. How have you stolen time or resources from yourself? What have you betrayed? Where have you betrayed yourself by not supporting your greatest ambitions? And so I think the implication here could be that you are maybe not always as focused on this journey. And feel free to correct me if I'm wrong there, Rapala, but I'm wondering if this is just a reminder that, like, this is only something that you can handle, though, if you stay focused on it and don't undermine what you've accomplished. Do you feel like sometimes you self-sabotage, or am I, like, completely off? No, that's accurate. Okay. Yeah. I know, because I do it too. Like, I mean, I think it's very human. So, like, no judgment. But I think it's just reminding you that, like, you are on the right path and you know what to focus on. And so, like, I know it might also be overwhelming, but try to stay focused in the present on the thing that is the the biggest issue, the most apparent, you can most deal with. And then that will take you down a journey of success if you just deal with it like one fire at a time. I feel like a lot of times I've not done anything or done enough. Well, I think it's about not necessarily berating yourself too for what you have and haven't done, but more just learning from those experiences, right? So if you know it needs to be done, like there are times when I know certain things about my sleep routine I should be doing to help myself, but I struggle with that a little bit. And then I'll just say like, well, okay, I'll do it next time, whatever. But it's like not whatever. You just need to acknowledge like, okay, I didn't do it this time. So like what was going on with me? Because there's lots of lessons to be found, even in the times when we are not taking action, even in the times when we are trying and we're failing. So there's not really any blame, I think. I don't know if you necessarily need to blame yourself about it, but it's more like you just need to remember that, you know, you have that power. And so when you feel yourself going one way, just maybe check in with yourself and see what's going on. Oh my gosh, Jess, hello, welcome in. Thank you. This one was unlocked by the community. We do tarot streams every now and then, every couple months. Jarrell, you are the stream boss again. Reigning supreme. Welcome back in as stream boss. So just keep in mind that you don't blame yourself too much. That's right. Just like, be like, okay, I didn't get this done today. Or, you know, I set this mental health goal for myself and we didn't get there, but that's okay. Like, rather than like be like, oh, I like completely failed, maybe take a moment to just say, okay, we didn't get there. So like, what's going on with me right now? Like, how am I feeling? Like, try to leave the judgment at the door if you can. I know it's hard. I know it's so hard. Also, Rapala, let me know when you are good with this and I will clean it up. I don't know if we have enough time for me to do one more reading. Jack, are you still here with us in chat? I might have time for one more. Let me check in and see how the collab is coming. Yeah, I don't think I have time today. But I will keep my list for when we return in probably like, not this week, but probably next week. And then if y'all wanted a reading, I have my list. Also, thank you so much. How are you doing, Jess? I miss you. I love this wig. I'm like obsessed. I'm just like, yo, I would look cute with short hair though. Honestly as well, the color of this wig is like reminding me of my natural hair color. It's kind of similar, Momo's hair color, to what my hair color was, I think. It's been a long time since I've been a brunette. Thank you, Awesome Sauce. Yes, please do come back. I'll keep my list intact. And I will try to get to as many people as I can in the next one as well. What do I do with all my hair? I have it under 2 wig caps, Otto. I braid it, and then I put it under 2 wig caps. And, I mean, I think I've smoothed it down pretty well. This wig is pretty flat. I did a pretty good job of that. Although, honestly, I think I need to make some adjustments to make it a little less flat, because I want these to be more up. That's how they were in the picture. I think I just need to add a bit more. I think it's glue. It's such an amazing community. I agree. Okay, the poll has ended. Ooh, we got a tie between Black Widow and Spider-Gwen. 4-4 on Twitch. And on the YouTube side... Oh, I ended it, but then it just like didn't give me the results, or am I crazy? Usually it posts them in the chat, but it didn't. I think Black Widow won. Well, why did it make them disappear? I think Black Widow won, so I think Black Widow takes it. Am I right? That's really weird how it just, like, disappeared. Thank you so much for the mod appreciation, Duncan Mallory. We love our mods. Jack says, yes, Jack is still here. Good to know. I'm so sorry, Jack, that I couldn't get to you tonight, but I promise I'm going to keep my list intact. Y'all will still have priority next time. Anyone else that I add will go below the folks that were here this time. And we'll get back to it. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. There was such a delay for when that showed up in chat. Yeah, Black Widow won. 49%. So I think Black Widow takes it then. I guess tomorrow we're going to be Black Widow and play Marvel's Midnight Suns. Black Widow's not in Marvel's Midnight Suns, I don't think. But she's going to be tomorrow. Because I'll be Black Widow tomorrow. And I'll just use my natural hair. As much as I love this wig. I can't stop touching it. Guys, it's so soft. But I did film a video in this look as well. So stay tuned for that. Rapala, are you good? Did you manage to get this scanned? Did you get a picture if you wanted one? Lena Madrid is live and so is Abby. Cool, cool. I think we might raid my friend Sean today, who's playing, if he's still on, who's playing Silent Hill F. Yo. But he might be done now. Oh, dang. Did he finish? He was live. Or maybe he wasn't. Maybe, like, there was someone else that he was hosting. Maybe that's what was happening. I only see one from 10 days ago. Okay, well, we can totally raid, maybe... Let me see. You know what? Maybe we'll do Lena because she's also doing Silent Hill F. So I like that as a suggestion. I'm just obsessed with Silent Hill F right now. Y'all know me. Always lost in a maze of Hugo's horror House of Horrors. Oh, that also sounds really fun. You're good? All right, I'll switch back over here. Silent Hill F is really good. Oh, these are all good choices. I think we'll go with Lena, though, just because I love Silent Hill F. Because of my obsession. Oh, thank you, Jarrell. I appreciate it. I will definitely check out the coffee message later on. And thank you so much for sending it. I have to jump into a collab right now. So I gotta go, guys, but let's set up that raid. And I'm going to do a little shout out. And Jarrell, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. And thank you, Darth Nick, for the $1 super chat as well. I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow I'll be Black Widow and I'll be Black Widow and I'll be black playing. I won't be black, but I'll be back. Playing Marvel's Midnight Suns. I'll be white because that's what I am. Where is the collab streaming? Oh, it's not a stream collab. I'm recording something with Sasha with Casually Comics. We're doing some Crisis on Infinite Earths. I think we're gonna watch together and record our reaction. And then I need to talk to Sasha and be like, can we put this somewhere though? Because I feel like our reaction should go somewhere. I don't know. I want to do like a whole Patreon with Sasha where we just react to like nerdy stuff. I feel like it'd be really fun. Okay, the raid is going, so I need to play my credits. But I'll see you guys then. And thank you everyone for joining me tonight. I'll be back tomorrow doing Marvel's Midnight Suns, and then in the evening we're going to do Codenames live, and Kurt will be joining me as my partner from Lies You'll Enjoy. So join me over there. Never causing stress, Jarrell. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Samantha, and thank you so much everybody for joining me. Do I have time to run these credits? Oh, I'm stressing. All widgets. Blah, 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 blah. Why did I create this raid so fast? Oh wait, I gotta turn the credits on. Oh. There we go. Credits will take us out. Thank you so much everybody that supported the stream. Your raid messages are there if you'd like to copy and paste any of them in chat, if you have emotes or if you don't. There are messages for both of you, for all of you. We're raiding in, so everybody stay nerdy, and thank you again to everyone that supported the stream. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back to do some more tarot. Not probably this week, but next week. And I just want to say thank you again to everyone that supported, and also to Duncan Mallory, or Edekaye for gifting 5 subs. Everyone that threw bits. Jarrell, thank you so much for supporting over on the coffee as well. That doesn't get highlighted here, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow at 1, ideally. Or as close to 1 as I can get. All right. Stay nerdy, everyone.